I don't think I've had Domino's since I lived in Hamilton.
That was OTT, eh? We always had one egg menu. One egg. When is Daylight Saving?
It's this weekend.
Is it?
Pretty sure it's this weekend.
Oh, it's the rice is more dangerous than the fish, they reckon. What's your favourite Easter egg?
Oh.
You're listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, Around the Dinner Table with Cherie, Cam and Lorne, where we chat all things food and business. Morena, welcome to Around the Dinner Table podcast.
It's totally the afternoon.
Oh.
In real life. And what if That's okay.
I said you go.
You go. Okay.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Around the Dinner Table.
How have you been going?
Great.
Yeah? What you been eating? Domino's?
Domino's.
Domino's.
How did you know?
Because you put it on the work card.
Yes, Pepper's birthday. I actually put on a list to talk about.
And that's not a work expense, but...
Excuse me, who do you think this whole company was founded around? It's literally called Pepper and Me. We can't supply food for your 8th birthday. What kind of culture are you providing?
The one that survived. What was it like? What did you reckon?
Well, I wouldn't have had Domino's in a long, long, long time. They don't even deliver to my house.
No.
They never delivered to my old house either.
I don't think I've had Domino's since I lived in Hamilton.
Yeah, okay, so they had a cheese volcano.
A what?
A cheese volcano, new cheese volcano. It's like a small pizza
Oh my goodness,
base
but it's like...
with high sides and filled with that like orange burger cheese. Lots of cheeses. I think it was supposed to be for you to dip your chips in.
Right.
Maybe, but obviously by the time you get it to your house, it's kind of congealed and like
It's really...
firm.
It's really inventive, right? I do have to appreciate how, like, the Domino's and the Hell Pizzas and all of that manage to make all of these meals that can go through the little pizza oven conveyor belt.
Yeah.
You
like,
know,
what
like...
can I put on a... What can I make
like
with
those-
cheese and bread?
The little lava mud cakey little things that go through the little pizza tunnel.
They actually have...
on them.
My friend's been telling me about the scrolls, and she really likes the scrolls.
Right.
So it's like a pepperoni cheese plat
Roll.
thing.
Yeah. I can see that.
It was.
Yeah.
I got some of those too. They were nice. They were nice. The pizza was
Standing.
not worth eating. But I did try a bite of the cheese volcano. It's as you'd imagine. Like
Exactly
it's
as you'd
just
imagine.
it's just filthy, but you know,
Fair enough.
it's tastes nice. They've also got like triple cheese bites on their menu, and God, it's really quite varied, isn't it? Oh, I did. You know what? I did have Domino's because we got that pizza in the box for the kids. I didn't have it though. The single box.
Oh, yeah, the
$5
little
pizza and
chips.
sides or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that's great.
Yeah.
I went and picked that up one night, but yeah. So that was good. That was the least effort I've ever put into a birthday party
Yeah.
in my life. I made an error though.
Oh.
I made a big error. I thought I put on the invites 1:30 till 4.
Oh.
So that's 2.5 hours. I was like, perfect.
Uh-huh.
That's probably as long as it
Needed to be?
Yeah. But I put 1 till 4:30.
1 till 4:30, so it's
Yeah.
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours. Far too long. Like,
That
I
extra
wasn't-
hour just wrecked you?
I wasn't feeling well. And then, like, I was like, oh, I'll just have a little rest till 1. And then everyone was already arriving. I was like, oh my God, this is hectic. And because it was on Easter weekend, I thought everyone would be away. So I said she could invite 6 friends.
But she took like
We
20
printed
pieces of paper?
20 invites out, and she took them all out and gave them all out. And most of the 20 kids came into the pool, which was good. The pool was good. There was a lot of children to keep eyes on, but I didn't really have to do anything. And then, yeah, pizza, cake.
And then
That
them
it
home.
would have been good if it was wound up then, but then they got into all the toys and the slime came out. And they were going, running through all the rooms in the house and on the front lawn, and everyone started crying, and it was just too much.
So we had Marley's first birthday on, was it Sunday, right?
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about the food in a minute, but the kids like hyped up on Easter eggs with their cousins and friends and stuff. And we were all like chilling out finally, like, you know, not waiting for people to go home, but people were starting to go home, and they pulled out the Play-Doh.
Oh,
And I reckon
no.
Abel knew that he could get away with doing what he wouldn't normally be allowed to do because there was all of his cousins there and he was having heaps of fun. But he's got this little Play-Doh pizza set, which is
Yeah, no,
quite
they had
cool.
it out. I saw them have
Really
had
cool.
it out.
But it's got a little mini Play-Doh grater.
Yes, I saw that.
And he is like, he's not allowed to touch that because
See that.
can you imagine what happens when you grate Play-Doh?
Well, I literally was sitting there looking at it and going, "Oh, this is bold. This is a bold choice from Play-Doh."
And
because it's like a little wood fire pizza oven set.
really cool.
It is
And it's got a little barbecue grilly thing that actually somehow like puts black lines on the Play-Doh when you stamp it in there. So it's actually quite cool. It must have like a little ink pad or something. I don't know. I have no clue actually how it works. I'll have to.
But the grater.
But the grater. So
the
we
Play-Doh,
sit there grating the Play-Doh cheese. And so when we finally come time to clean up, like I didn't do anything about it. All of us saw it and looked at it and went, not my problem yet. We'll deal with that later. And then our vacuum cleaner broke.
Oh.
So we had all of this Play-Doh that had half been stamped into the little tiny grated up flakes of Play-Doh from his little pizza set grated into the thing. So yeah, first-year-old birthday party, which is more of a birthday party for the 4-year-old, went really well.
Yes, it was good.
We've got lots of birthdays in a really condensed amount of time,
Yeah,
don't we?
there's way too many. Like there was one every day over Easter. It was Marley. I had 2 of my friends, Jess and Michelle, Bam Bam.
Dad's on the
The
second.
second, Pepper.
On the 4th.
On the 4th, yeah. And then Abel's is in like a week, isn't
Another
it?
couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah, too many. Too much going on.
Lots of birthdays.
This month is no good for me. It's just so overwhelming.
You've got lots on.
I've got so much on, I hate it. Yeah.
If you're in Christchurch, hopefully this podcast comes out tomorrow and you can go to the Christchurch food show.
Yes, I'm going to be at Christchurch. I'm flying. I've booked a 6 a.m. flight, which is dumb.
Rookie.
I don't know why I do stuff like that. Because I think, 6 a.m.'s fine. I did this literally when I was supposed to go to Christchurch 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, the thing is, you actually have to get up at 4:30 a.m.
At least, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I've done that. It's not a good choice from me. There's nothing to do in the airport at 5 a.m. It's not going to be fun actually at all. No.
That's okay.
So we'll go to Christchurch, go to the Christchurch food show, fly back Sunday. We have a few big days at work next week. We've got to sort out the whole month really.
Yep.
We've got some new
What's
staff.
going on?
We've got new staff starting next week or the week after.
Yeah, hopefully next week.
Hopefully next week. And then I'm flying to a wedding, or another early flight, 6 a.m. next Thursday to Auckland to Queenstown.
To a wedding.
Drive over to Wanaka to a wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, who plans a wedding in Wanaka?
People who are from Wanaka.
They will live in Wanaka.
Well, they were from their families, born and bred in Wanaka.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
Yeah. It's quite a nice place for a wedding.
Yeah, stunning, but it's a bit of a mission to get people there.
No, I almost wish I had a few more days down there.
Yep.
But I got to get back. I've got the kids. Another birthday. And then I've got big meetings in Auckland
The week after.
week after.
Yeah.
And then I fly to
Flying
Wellington.
to Wellington.
Yeah. I know, I'm tired just thinking about it.
Okay. Well,
Then it's school holidays.
and then you'll be off work for another blooming week and a half because of school holidays.
Yep. And then I booked a trip to Fiji just after the school holidays with the kids. So they're not going to school for about a year.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I know. It's going to be fun. So I'm just not going to be around much.
No. Anyway, talking about food, nailed the porchetta for Marley's birthday. I was stoked with that. That was probably the biggest roll of pork belly that I've ever done. It was huge. I think it was like literally I had to squish it up to fit it in my fridge.
It was very big belly.
Yeah. Talked about it a million times, so I don't really care. But I think I've found the best hack for leftover pork belly meat that's done like that is sweet and sour pork.
Oh, yeah?
Like-
sweet and sour sauce. So
And
not
sweet and
crispy?
sour pork.
You don't crisp it?
Yeah, I deep fry it, but because it's already cooked, you can just like really quickly deep fry it. You don't have to worry about like.
So do you do like the
overcooking,
batter?
undercooking. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, okay.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So you've got cooked pork, and you just chuck a bit of gotcha jam, gotcha good, and a bit of corn flour, cornstarch, or whatever it is. Make your little battery paste and stuff, and you can just fry it off really quickly and chuck it into your sauce.
Yeah.
Because it's pre-cooked, you're not like.
Worrying if the pork's cooked.
Yeah, you're not worrying about anything.
Wow,
it's
that's very
super
rich.
tasty.
Dish.
It's so yum.
Pork belly, deep fried battered.
Yeah. 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 Sweet and sour sauce,
Wow.
rice. Yep.
Okay,
Delicious.
that's
Nailed it.
good.
Done it like 2 or 3 times now.
Nice.
That's got to be one of my favourite Chinese like takeaway meals.
Sweet and sour pork. I quite like a lemon chicken.
Ah, yep.
Yeah.
Lemon chicken's good. Yep.
Yeah, I do like it.
Actually, you've made that a couple times, haven't you?
I've
made it once. Oh, you normally do the honey butter chicken.
Oh, the honey butter chicken is amazing. Oh,
bit
that's
naughty.
yummy, that one. That's really yummy. Yeah, it's not a takeaway I usually get, though. I don't know why. I think maybe because it's usually a buffet, and you know how I feel about buffets.
Oh, I love them.
I know, and we've talked about this before, like cramming all the food into the containers,
Smushing it
just
down?
like gives me. It's just
Does that give you throwbacks to the
smushing as much food as you can in that container?
the
is
Tina
not for me.
Tina shops
Yes,
where we used to go?
yes.
So good.
Crush as much food into your container.
Such a good takeaways.
It's
easy meal.
interesting. I just never really have it. It's just, I'm a big fan
Fried
of
rice.
pizza. I don't really like fried rice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What's your favourite Easter egg?
Oh,
Because they've really ramped up the selection this year.
there's
Like
so
last
many.
year, I did notice it last year, but this year I'm like, oh my God, like you're seeing the standard Cadburys.
Yep.
With added extra, so there's always the minis and then the bigs.
Yep.
And do you know what they are? They are quite clever though, because all the eggs,
Exactly the
eggs
same.
are exactly the same with
And they just
added like
chuck in,
5 or 6 minis over the right.
And they don't even they used to put them inside the egg.
No, they don't do
But
that.
they don't do that. Oh, they probably haven't done that
Really
for a few years.
streamlined
They've nailed it.
their eggs though. I was
a,
like, that's very clever. They've taken up all the
production,
shelf
yeah.
space
Yep.
for one freaking hollow egg, and then you just add your minis in.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
So
very
they could
clever.
be making them for months and months and
But
months.
there's Kinder eggs, and not just one sort, like 5 sorts.
Those Kinder eggs are my favourite.
They're
The
very
little
nice.
the little bunny things. The little
I had mini white one. Mini.
it's made out of the same, so you got the milk chocolate on the inside, or the white chocolate and the milk chocolate. So it's the same, but they're little bunny rabbits, and they only come out. They're
I
so
didn't
good.
see those.
That's my
and then there's
favourite.
Kinder Bueno eggs, which are lovely.
Yeah.
And there's Ferrero Rocher.
Yep,
White,
always
darks,
good.
all sorts of eggs. So many. And then there was Nestle, big bag of mini eggs, and they had like the Milky Bar crisp.
Okay, that's
Kit Kat
new.
egg, Smarties egg, all in the minis. So
That's
that was a
new.
big bag of 50. That was a rare gem because I like
You get,
even
like-
a Smarties mini egg.
Yeah.
That was much better than the Cadbury small mix egg, which had Turkish Delight caramel, dairy milk, and
crunchy and
crunchy.
stuff.
I was like, that's actually average.
Dandy.
That's actually super average selection.
Okay.
But the Nestle
Nestle's stepping it
one
up.
was a rare gem. Yeah, good mini eggs in that.
I got given Bailey's ones. They come in like a tiny packet of like 9 eggs, but they were really yum because they kind of had that ganache sort of inside, like a lint.
Oh,
How do I explain it?
yeah, like truffle.
Truffly sort of
almost.
inside, yeah, and it was
ganache kind of.
Bailey's sort of flavour.
Oh, that was the other
delicious.
flavour I had. Lint eggs.
Yeah,
Massive bag
yeah.
of mixed hunting eggs. So all the Lind balls,
Oh,
but
yes,
egg
yes,
shape.
yes,
But then they'd throw in mini bunnies.
Oh,
And
that's
that,
clever.
I think is my favourite egg
There you go.
of Easter. is
Little
a
lint mini bunny.
mini bunny, tiny bunny. And the hunting eggs, and there was a little bee and a little chicken, and then like 100
Cute.
bloody Lind eggs.
Yeah.
So many freaking eggs.
So many eggs.
So many eggs. So yeah, that was OTT. We always had one egg menu, one egg.
That's mum and dad down to a T.
No, well, everyone only had one egg.
Yeah, back in the day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we get 100 eggs
Yep.
plus like 5 hunts.
Well, like Haley's parents got us like 3 little eggs each, and then get bloomin' 3 for Abel, 3 for Marley, and then like Haley's brother shows up and they bring it. Like
Everyone you see over
brings
Easter
eggs.
brings eggs. It's
And-
too much.
And we literally, so we had like an Easter egg hunt, a couple of bags that we got as well for Haley was going to do it on Sunday, and we didn't end up doing it because it was just too much. And there was so we've got probably half of the Easter eggs unopened, still in their packets, and we just need to pack them away.
I don't know if they'll survive that
No,
long, but,
well,
like,
at least for a month
you know
or
what
something.
you could do is melt them down and make like Rocky Road or something.
Fair. Abel got a fire engine monster truck.
I know, I saw that. That was quite good, actually. That took a lot of hunting.
How good is that? Like, was it like a Hot Wheels sort of Easter egg?
That was that was the best egg I've seen. Did you enjoy my yogurt bunny tails on the pancakes? That's good though, eh?
I enjoyed the
That is
bloomin'
clever.
the pretzels and the checks.
Yeah, that was a
just
nice
made me want to go to the
little-
supermarket and buy a box of checks and
Yeah.
like eat them for breakfast.
was a nice
because
little-
It's a bit of a throwback.
Yeah, that was good. We had a nice brunch actually.
Very clever.
I made the fish cakes.
cakes.
I love the fish cakes. So three
I
of you
was
weren't sure on the fish
surprised.
cake.
There was more than 3 of us, but yeah, I was kind of happy I wasn't the only person going. Nah, I don't love a fish cake.
Well, I did ask everyone, but Charlotte doesn't. No fish for breakfast. George doesn't like smoked foods.
Yeah.
Or salmon, so he was always going to be
Yeah.
a no-go. But then everyone else, like some other people, were like, "That's the best breakfast I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Smoked fish cake."
It was
poached
a
egg bolognese.
lot. I think most people could have done with like one fish cake and 2 eggs.
Right.
Or like 2 fish cakes and 1 egg or something. It felt like a lot.
Too much brekkie.
Yeah, it was really...
Oh,
I guess
okay.
those fish cakes were quite heavy versus
Yeah.
like a rosti or something maybe.
It's probably the
I don't know.
same.
Just rich. Very rich.
Very rich. It was quite flavoursome too.
Yep.
Lots of capers. Anyway, it's my favourite. Delicious. Yeah, and then we had the Easter feast at your house. The roast, was that on Sunday? Yeah.
It was Sunday, yeah.
Roast, very good. Always lots of desserts at your house.
I think,
Way too many
okay,
desserts.
So I think what it is I think it's the classic, we try and do the in-between of a potluck where we mostly do everything.
Yeah, and then tell
But we don't
people
want to tell people to not bring anything if they ask. And so I
Yeah.
think it's the easiest thing is just bring
send
a
them
dessert.
a recipe.
Yeah, well, we
'Cause
just let
there's
them do a
like-
dessert. And there was only 3 desserts.
Well,
Only 3. Yeah.
there was a chocolate trifle. That was yum.
It was delicious.
That was really nice. I've
Yeah.
never had a chocolate trifle. That
Yeah.
was really nice. I liked that.
There was a bowl of jelly for the kids.
Well, I like that too.
Yeah.
It was layered, 7
Yeah.
colours of jelly.
Yep. They stressed over that for a while, making sure it was
I
like
know. And then
Dave's
Hayley
specialty.
had this beautiful s'mores
Yeah,
kind of tart. Like it was like
almost chocolatey.
a chocolatey
Yeah.
mousse and a short crust pastry situation with a whipped coffee meringue top.
It was delicious.
It was just very sweet.
Yes.
Very, very sweet.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't even do dessert at my house, so maybe it was just me who's like, that's a lot.
I mean, it still was 3 desserts when you probably could have done with 1, but it's also 1 extra.
Oh, and there's
one for the
cupcakes
kids.
too. So there was cupcakes.
Actually, yeah, there was cupcakes. And
Easter egg.
Cupcakes and Easter egg. All right, so
Anyway,
technically,
no, it's just interesting because I just never bother with a dessert.
you would do. Yeah, I guess maybe not for the kids.
Well, not at all. Like, if I do, yeah, but I will tell someone, like, the lemon posset's a nice little sweet bite.
Yeah, and it doesn't leave you feeling sickly.
Yeah, very sickly. What else did we eat? I was going to do my roast. I had all the chickens and whatnot
Oh, yeah,
ready
for your
to
weekend
do
roast?
a Sunday roast, and Mum and Dad arrived, but we had too many mimosas, so we decided to go to Pap House instead.
Was this on Monday or Sunday?
No, it was on
It must have
Saturday.
been Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday,
Yeah.
Arvo.
Yeah.
It was a nice day, so we walked to Pap House instead and had dinner there. What else? That's about it. Oh, I went to Clarence for Jess's birthday on Monday
Yeah.
for lunch. Spectacular.
Where's that?
It's where the old, like, do not know where Clarence is? Like, there's like the old post shop on Willow Street.
No.
Used to be Bar Centrale. We've been there.
Have we?
Well, I've had like staff drinks and stuff there. Maybe you didn't come.
Anyway, it was good.
Amazing. So it used to be Clarence on one side, Bar Centrale on the other, and there's like a little bit of cute boutique accommodation up top.
Right.
Oh, it was stunning. We had this house-made ricotta with fennel, honey, and fig on the flatbread. That was amazing. And then these little jamon, and cheddar croquettes.
Okay.
Oh, so nice.
So that's
then we
like
had
the
a-
cheese sauce that you kind of like
Yeah.
fridge up and set up
Yeah,
and
some
then
people
fry.
put it with mashed potato
Yeah,
as well, and
yeah.
like crumb and deep fry little bites.
I love them.
Like real bougie ones.
Yep.
And we had oysters, yum. We had bavette steak,
Yeah.
yum. We had parmesan fries, yum. Like it was just beautiful. Nice bottle of Prosecco. Very, very good. Yeah, really enjoyed it actually. I've not been there in years. Oh, well, not years. No, it would be a year and a half maybe. And we had dinner there. And it was a little bit more high end.
Yep.
But this is probably
Mid-level.
mid-level. Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful food. Highly recommend,
Nice.
actually. Love that.
Nice.
Yep. And then that was it for Easter. God, I was absolutely exhausted. I'm like,
Oh,
I need a holiday from
literally I
weekend.
got up on Tuesday and I was like, I feel hungover. Like I just feel like wrecked.
Yeah, same.
very fun.
Same. We're supposed to relax,
Kids are wrecked.
I know. We're supposed to relax and we just don't.
Marley
relax.
slept in this morning till 7:45, which is why. But actually, I'm kind of stoked because daylight savings is changing.
Yeah, they'll naturally start to sleep a little bit later. Yeah.
Little bit of a sleep in, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden,
When is daylight savings?
it's this weekend.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure it's this weekend.
Oh, that'll be nice for me because it's like
Pitch black.
pitch black when I get up at
Yep.
6. I have to drag the kids out of bed.
Yep.
Bloody nightmare. Yeah, no, we like had the Easter brunch on Friday, and then we had a few mimosas, and then everyone went home,
Yeah.
and like
So you like you peaked too early, and
Oh,
then
I didn't even have a drink. I think I was being real good. I maybe had one.
Yeah.
And then like cleaned up. Everyone went home. Was sort of cleaned up by 2. I changed the water in the spa. Put the spa back on the deck. Like changed the filters. Got everything clean. Cleaned my. I was cleaning my window. What's the thing at the bottom of the door?
Window jam, door jam?
Yeah, like the door sliding thing. You know,
slidey. Yep.
those get filthy. I was cleaning all those. Like doing all these chores. I was like, this is so boring. Like this is what I wanted to do. Nothing.
Yep.
And then my friend Michelle was like, the day I'd like turned mint.
Yeah.
And she's like, I should come for a swim. I was like, yeah, come back for a swim. We'll have a rosé. And then as she opened her front door, it started these clouds just rolled in and this thunderstorm just rolled in, just started pouring down. And so everyone got soaking wet. So they arrived and we're like, oh, God, well, it's not really
a good day anymore.
Swimming, so we have a red wine, and then we just got onto the red wine, and then everyone had left my house earlier to be wholesome. They're like, oh,
we'll just go back.
Should we just pop back in?
Did they just go drop the kids off and then come back?
No, like we bring the kids back, and we're like, oh, a bit of a drink to congratulate ourselves for being so
wholesome.
Good.
We were so wholesome this morning.
So wholesome this morning, yeah.
It's the afternoon now. We don't have to be wholesome.
Ramp it up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so that was good. Yeah.
Nice.
Well behaved. Anyway, it's almost weekend again. Thursday Arvo.
It is.
It's Pepper's birthday today.
Yeah.
8th birthday. Wild.
That's insane watching those stories that you just put up. Like, it feels like it's gone so fast.
I know, it's crazy.
She's 8.
I know. Man,
she's going to be driving soon.
She's such a little teenager too. Like, she really is.
Oh, I know.
She's really got an attitude now.
I was pouring a beer or something, and she was like jokingly trying to grab it. And I'm like, what are you doing? You're not. In my mind, I'm like, this is like a 4-year-old trying to have a drink.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just getting cheeky and older.
Yeah, but she just loves food, eh? Like, she just loves food. So she listens to the podcast.
Yeah, right.
And so it's her birthday today. She's with Shannon tonight. And she's going to go to the Indian. And she's like, I might go to Umami.
Ooh.
So she's heard you recommend Umami.
She's going to go
to Umami tonight.
How good.
I know. Funny.
How good.
And then when we go for breakfast, so she's been trying to order eggs Benny. And I'm like, I'm not paying $28 for breakfast. Like, you can have poached eggs. Yeah. And I get you
go to Pearl and get the mini Benny.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I do that, and I do a half one at Pep House. But she heard me talking about it once, how if you ask for hollandaise on the side, you get more hollandaise. So she asked for it on the side.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and she'll even ask me. She'll be like, 2 eggs poached with hollandaise on the side.
On the side?
I'm like, it took me a while to realise what she was doing, and I was like, is it because you heard me say that you get more if you ask for it on the side? I'm like, oh my God, that girl does not miss a trick.
Kids, eh?
Yeah,
Honestly.
she loves food. She's just the biggest little foodie.
Yeah.
So into
cool.
it.
So cool.
It is cool.
Abel's diet at the moment is Marmite on toast and meagering noodles. Like
he was the best
He was
eater.
so good, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what's happened. I think they just get loaded up at kindy and then don't have any appetite when they get home for dinner.
Yeah, I don't know. They just go through phases, right? But Kit's still horrifically bad.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just going to talk about, Campbell reckoned yesterday, you know how eating raw chicken, you used to think you get sick if you eat raw chicken?
Yeah.
And then there's this guy on TikTok who's been eating raw chicken every day till he gets sick, and he's just not getting sick. And he's just like literally taking bites out of raw chicken. But that's if you eat raw chicken, it's not going to make you sick unless the chicken has the bacteria already growing in it.
Yeah.
So he's right, you're probably not going to get sick.
If it's super fresh chicken and all good.
It's fresh chicken.
Yeah.
So.
But still yuck.
Quite interesting though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess
so. Like there was an article in the Herald about how long you should store your leftovers for the other day. And then I saw, so rice is really dangerous.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. But then there's this really cool brand talking about like reusing lots of cool people doing like reuse your food waste.
Yes.
Like different ways, different recipes with food scraps and stuff like that. Like pop your parmesan onions in your soup or put grate your leftover veggies or make a stock with all your veggie scraps or But there was some leftover, I think arancini or something, and they were leftover risotto. And he's like, this is a week old. We're going to make arancini with it. I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Not the rice. Not the rice.
I say though, but leftovers, how long would you keep leftovers in the fridge for?
A couple of days.
Yeah. I mean, I'll push it if I want to eat it.
Yeah.
But you really shouldn't with rice. And I don't think they should be advertising reusing your rice a week later. Like, it's so dangerous.
Like, next day, if it's been cooked and then fridge straight away and you're going to cook it again, like, next. But sushi's supposed to be really bad. Well, sushi.
Because of the rice.
And because it's often left out at, like, room temperature, not properly chilled.
Well, when you're leaving something out, so say you cooked your hot rice and then you leave it on a tray to cool out
down.
on the bench for 3 or 4 hours, that's
Perfect
when your
time for
bacteria
bacteria to
comes.
grow.
Yeah. Which is interesting.
Yeah.
It's the rice is more dangerous than the fish, they reckon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But the fish just stinks. How, what about, like, freezer stuff? Like, will you leave something in a freezer for 6 months and then still cook it?
Oh, definitely. 100% yes. Yeah.
We had like a leg of lamb that was like a year and a half past its best before.
Is it like
in the freezer.
vac sealed though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
We threw it out.
Oh, did you?
While we were clearing out the freezer of mess because the freezer just was like a black hole. And so we were like, okay, well, that can go out. But yeah.
Soup's a really good way to use up your veggies, or your veggies go floppy at the end of the week or whatever. You just
Soup,
chuck them all into a big
stocks.
soup, some stock, some onions, some
Well,
garlic,
you do that heaps with like
Moroccan
the
paste, and blend them up.
whatchamacallits, your sort of quiche sort of situation.
Yeah, I do. I like
Bakes.
the quiche because I love eating quiche. It's probably my favourite.
Yeah. And it's great for sort of catering here as well
Yeah.
for 10, 12 people.
Oh, and
15
it's so
people.
quick.
It's easy, quick.
Yeah, I do like that, the fridge clear out quiche. But yeah, soup's another really good one. But yeah, you'd be very, very careful with rice. And they reckon every hour that something's left on the bench, you lose a day off the life of it. So, so you actually have, I think it's 5 days for cooked chicken in your fridge.
But if it's out for 2 hours whilst you're eating it and serving and stuff,
it's 3 days. So
interesting.
Same with fish. If
Fridge
you catch
math.
fish and it's not chilled properly, or it's in your chopper, your chili bin or something, and then you lose a day per hour. So that's an interesting rule of thumb. But yeah, it was always 5 days. So when we used to do cafes or whatever, anything like we made would be 5 days.
5 days.
But that was chilled straight away. Always chilled very quickly.
Standards are a bit better at a cafe than at home.
Well, yeah, but then when they push, like 5 days is a long time.
It's a long time.
For a cooked
Even like
piece
a
of chicken.
woman 2 days, you'd be thinking.
No, but it's fine as long as it's chilled. Anyway, don't turn your week-old rice into
Arancini balls.
arancini balls.
Right, don't even leave rice for 2 weeks.
No, it's like, all right, well, we might. Oh no, we should have time to do a podcast next week, eh? Yep. I'm looking forward to doing this Christchurch food show. We've never done a Christchurch food show. I'm going to go straight to Dimitri's for dinner tomorrow.
Yeah, for
Did you go there? You've been there, right?
Yep.
Oh, I'm excited. I hope I'm not like overhyped it.
No.
Dimitri's souvlaki.
Souvlaki at Riverside.
Yeah, I can't wait.
good
I
stuff,
actually should have asked what else we should try while we're down there. I can't remember. I haven't been there in ages.
I haven't been there in ages either. Year and a half or something.
I'll have
It's
to
good, though.
put it
we
out
really
there.
enjoyed Christchurch.
I'm really looking forward to the food show, seeing who's at the food show.
Yep.
If there's any cool little brands down there.
Yep.
They have cool businesses down there, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be nice. Looking forward to meeting lots of people down there.
Cool.
I'll have to ask about the restaurants.
Will do.
I'll see if there's anything else on my list. I don't think there was. I didn't have much.
You following any cool Instagram accounts or TikTok
Oh,
accounts?
yes. I watched one last night. I watched this older couple, and we've already talked about this, do the Te Aroha Trail.
Oh, yes.
And they blogged the whole trail. I think it was called Free Roaming Kiwi. Freewheeling Kiwi, Sharon Evans, and they actually just gone to climb to Everest Base Camp. And they look like sort of 60s.
Yep.
60s-ish couple. And they did a daily vlog of the Te Aroha, which I really enjoyed. I just because I watched that whole one of the trail of PCB Trail.
Yep.
And the Te Aroha was quite different because obviously you walk through loads of like towns.
Yes.
So
quite a lot
of the
it is
time you
road.
could stay in people's, and then there must be like people's houses who'll come and pick you up and you stay at their house. So you probably only tenting half the time, and also dock cabins the whole way.
Yep.
So
If you
you're
can line
maybe
up the days
tenting
and
like
stuff.
a third of the time, maybe, and then dock cabins, and then so that sounds quite doable. Like I quite like that.
I reckon it'll be one of those cool things to tick off over a couple of years. Go to a week. Start, go to a week.
And then keep going.
And then in another 6 months to another week. Like that kind of, that just feels more attainable rather than.
It does. So they did 136 days, I think,
So
which is
what's
a
that, 4 months.
decent chunk of the year. And they walked pretty much every day, 20 to 30 kilometres, which is, a haul.
Oh, you go through shoes.
They went through 4 pairs of shoes each. Isn't that amazing?
Pretty
They
wild.
weren't wearing camping shoes though. They were wearing sneakers, which I found quite interesting because they
You don't really
preferred
need-
to wear. And they said they were wet like the entire time because of rain and streams.
Rivers and streams
yeah.
and stuff.
So the trail runners
Way
dried.
lighter as well for your body.
Yeah.
It's all about saving weight.
And so even the meals, they're like just light food. Like they couldn't carry much fresh food because it was too heavy and. I'm really fascinated by it. I just want to be that sort of person. I'm just not a
Do you
wholesome.
reckon we should look into do like freeze dried meal? You know how we did the meal in the bags. Like, what about freeze dried meals? What about like camping meals?
Well, those are camping meals. What we did, like those would be perfect for on the trail because they're super light, and you just put them in a pot with water.
Yeah, I know, but like
You mean freeze drying actual
freeze
finished?
drying actual stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's so much admin, but
and like backpacking them into the bags that you can pour water into the bags, like the foil bags.
in the foil bags.
Like proper camping.
Oh, I'm actually busy right now, but maybe another day.
Be interesting, eh?
I have just been going through. There's lots of packaging for those meal bags actually, so we'll probably use them up. I think. Definitely do some lentil curry, and I should send some to those people. Oh, they're in Nepal, but when they get back, I reckon they might like it because some of the stuff they look like they eat. Obviously, it's like packed with the nutrients that they need, which I wouldn't know what nutrients are in ours.
Exactly.
But it's just a wholesome, delicious meal. But the food they're eating looks yucky.
The reason that I was going down that track is because I saw like the process for making dog food and like freeze drying like livers and stuff to blend up into dog gravy. Which is like a powder that you'd mix over like, you could mix with water. And there's quite a bit of money in that.
Yes.
Like they sell so you can buy little jars of dog gravy for like $30.
Wow.
You use like a teaspoon of the gravy and like a couple of teaspoons of water to
freeze-dried
mix
organs
it up.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm like, surely it wouldn't take much to, I don't know, like, but I would have thought, maybe livers are expensive or something like that. But would it not be like you go to a butcher or something and just be like, I'll just like, when you've got extra livers that aren't being sold, like, flick them off to me for cheap and I'll freeze dry them. You know what I mean? Like, can you do that with fresh meat? Or would you have to buy it? I don't know. Because I would have thought that livers would be like wasted.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
I don't know.
Like chicken livers is quite popular.
Right.
Organic, good quality chicken livers. Like there's a huge difference between quality chicken liver and a rubbish chicken liver for pate.
Yeah. But surely most of the time it would just go to waste, wouldn't it?
That beef liver. I don't know the answer to that.
Interesting.
Offal's very cool. Now, like a lot more people are eating offal for sure. Like kidney, even beef cheek, but everything. That's not really offal, is it? But
not really, but yeah.
There's probably a market for it for sure. I wonder if it's going into pet food already. If
Possibly
that's what's happening with it.
probably actually, yeah, it probably is. You'd hope so anyway.
All right.
Anyway, we better wrap it up.
Long yarns. Okay.
But,
well, I'll see you soon. Subscription boxes are going to be online.
By
the time you listen to this podcast, it's going to be a few days.
Yep.
So keep an eye out. Be the first to sign up for the first subscription box. It is an absolute banger. This one's going to be
I'm excited.
very excited about it. Me too. I really want you guys all on board. It's going to be great value, delicious flavours. Yeah, jump on and support us with it. Be great. Hey, you need to make a discount code for the podcast.
Oh, it's still actually Cherie Sucks.
Is it still up there?
It's still live.
Cherie Sucks. There you go, because people have been asking.
I don't know what the discount is anymore, but yeah, Cherie Sucks.
Oh, and then a couple of people have been giving me nice feedback in the Blender podcast, which is really good. Everyone's saying, I think we're going to pull pin on it because I just feel like it's unfair on my children actually to be talking about them in a personal or personality capacity. Yeah. That's where my thoughts have been going with it because I listened to the second one and I was like, I didn't even use their names, but obviously because people know me, they know who my kids are.
Absolutely.
And it's not fair that their information is out there about them. I don't think like that's their personal information about their personality that is maybe Yeah, I think if I was anonymous and I was just a random person starting a podcast and no one knew who my kids were, it would be way easier and way different.
But could you do the podcast without talking about them?
And that was our next point. We wondered if there's enough in the podcast if we'd stop talking about the kids. But majority of the situations that we come up against include the kids in some way, shape or form, which might be like just different situations or scenarios or how we're feeling. But it's... I mean, there's enough for a bit of a podcast, but there's not enough for a long-standing weekly podcast, I don't think.
Okay. You can do a series, do a
short series.
Do a 10-bit series and see where you land, or do a couple more and try and keep the kids out of it and see.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you should keep the routine of recording, even if you don't release.
Right, and just doing it as our personal theory.
Anyway, I've got to get out of here.
Right, okay.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, have a good week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pepper and Me podcast, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the products that we're talking about, you'll find us at pepperandme.co.nz.